We stay in business this time to take our guest on the Midday News. He is Obi Emekekwue. He is the Director and Global Head for Communication and Events at the African Export-Import Bank. And he's our guest on the Midday News. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Nice to have you on our Midday set.
My pleasure to be here.
Tell us, the African Export-Import Bank will be signing an agreement, a settlement agreement this afternoon with the Cameroon government. What is the importance of this signing?
Thank you very much. We'll be signing an agreement for the establishment of the Central Africa Regional Branch Office of the African Export-Import Bank. That branch will be established here in Yaounde to serve the Central Africa region as a whole. The agreement being signed today is the hosting agreement between the bank and the government of Cameroon. So essentially, it gives the bank the authority to establish the office in Yaounde.
Okay,
yes.
Now tell us, establishing the office in Yaounde,
Correct.
How important will that be, or how will it help Cameroon and the sub-region?
It's very important because what we do at Afreximbank is to promote and finance trade among African countries. So by establishing the office here in Yaounde, it means that we are getting closer to the people that we actually serve. It means that Cameroonian businesses from the Central Africa region can easily have access to the bank and to the various services that we provide, in terms of loans, guarantees, and other such facilities. Exactly.
And tell us, we understand you promote intra-African trade, like you just said a while ago.
Yes.
Concretely, what do you do?
Like I mentioned, what we do essentially is to provide financing, so loans and guarantees that enables businesses to do their trade. What we also do is that, if you remember that recently they signed the agreement for the African Continental Free Trade Area, which means that we work with that agreement to support the integration of African economies. One of the things we do is that we have created a Pan-African payment and settlement system, which enables banks and individuals and businesses to actually trade amongst African countries. So somebody in Cameroon can buy things from, say, Nigeria using CFA francs, and the Nigerian person who he's buying from will receive the payment in Naira. So that way you eliminate the need to go outside to look for foreign exchange to do the transaction. So such things. The bank also supports businesses to trade across borders. So, if you have a business and you want to trade from here to the Congo, the bank can provide you the financing to do that.
Tell us, you recently organized 2 roadshows, one in Douala and one in Yaounde, and during that occasion, SMEs complained of lack of financing. What solution do your institution have for them?
The bank actually, plays a very important role in supporting SMEs across the continent. What we do mostly is that where the amount of loans required is not very large, we work with local banks. So, for instance, in Cameroon, one of our trade finance intermediaries, the banks we work with, is the Afriland First Bank. So, with Afriland, we give them money, which they are now able to lend to smaller SMEs. So, if the amount being required is not very large, they can go to Afriland, and then Afriland can now give them part of what I've given to Afriland to lend to them. So, actually, we do have ways to support them.
So quickly, before we conclude this interview, after the signing this afternoon at 4 p.m., how soon should Cameroonians expect the branch to be open?
Actually, we are already working towards opening the branch. We are already looking for office space and trying to secure that. So it's I'm not able to give you a definite date, but the process is already on, and as soon as we have all the systems in place, it will open.
Mr. Obi Emekekwue, you were our guest on the Midday News. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
And you stay with us as we continue the news, this time in the French language.